Hey guys, Kenny again with Flight Time RC. So, as you seen in the last video, the 4-cell did really good. We did a couple quick speed punches just to see how it would handle it. It did perfectly fine. I'm not going to push it too hard for the first flight just because it's the first flight. But the only tuning I had to do was a little up elevator because it was going a little nose down, but that's fine. It was just a little bit off. Otherwise, it's handling really, really well. So we go ahead and put a 3-cell 2200 in here, so we'll have about 8 minutes of flight time versus 4 on the 4-cell. So we'll be flying a little slower, but I'm going to get a little better idea how the plane's going to handle and maybe do some tricks. Right now I'm flying it in low rates. I put it in high rates at the first takeoff, but this thing responds so quickly. High rates are just not needed. Anyways, let's get this thing back up in the air. Yeah, look at that thing go. It's so fast. I think it's definitely faster than the green one. It takes less throttle to get it going. It's so light. It's ridiculous. So again, I'm taking it easy, doing loops and stuff like that because I want to make sure that the wing is strong enough to support the G's. I know that on the green plane, this thing is pulling over 13 G's. So taking it a little bit easier, especially with the 3-cell battery, which is a little heavier. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it around again. I'm gonna see if I can get a little lower pass so we can get a better look at this plane flying by. Slow it down a little bit. Get a better idea of our stall speed as well. Pretty low throttle right now. We're about 30%. So I can definitely feel that it wants to go nose down a little bit. Probably gonna have to move the 3-cell back a little bit. What I might do is make, maybe just put some Velcro in there to hold the battery, because right now it's kind of floating there. It's setting kind of tight, but it's kind of floating because I'm trying to figure out the best spot for the battery location. So I'm pretty well set with the 4-cell, but for the 3-cell I might have to make some changes and maybe put some Velcro in there once I have the CG perfect, which it feels pretty good right now. It's a little nose heavy, but it feels pretty good. See that? How quickly it spins? That's on low rates. It's ridiculous. Let's try some upside down flying. I think that this wing type lends itself to flying upside down pretty well, so let's find out. Yep. Well, fine. I have a fair amount of up elevator or down elevator, but it's really not too bad. Totally doable. Obviously, I won't be flying it like this all the time, but it's pretty fun to be able to do it. Really light on the way this thing is handling. It's really light. I can tell that we do have a small amount of wind, and it is pushing it around a little bit, but overall, I think it's really stable. It's taking very little effort to fly. This can be a pretty chill flyer if you wanted to. Keep the speed down. Alright, I'm going to lower the speed and see if I can bring it in for kind of a low altitude pass kind of near the camera there. see if I can bring it in a little closer. So that's our 4-minute timer. We should still have another 4 minutes pretty easily. All right, here we go. Let's bring it in. Okay, here we go, a little lower. This thing does good. So I had to speed it up a little bit. This thing takes no effort to do loop because it has so much thrust. It's really overpowered. Again, like the green speed V-tail, we're running the same motor, the badass 2350 kV motor, 40 amp ESC, which is probably not needed, but it's what I had. And then we're also running a 7x5 prop, which it does pretty good. Like, this thing is pretty crazy fast with the 7x5. And it does get adequate cooling. I know that I ran the 7x6 prop on this setup before in a different plane, so I might try that on this one. Although that was mostly on 3-cell. For 4-cell, I think the 7x5 is better because it's pretty stressful on the motor. And this is built to be a fast plane, and I kind of built it just to run on the 4-cell, and to be able to run it on 3-cell is, you know, just frosting on the cake. It still does great, and I'll probably be flying it on 3-cell pretty often just to do tricks and have some fun. But really, this thing is meant to be doing 4-cell. Like we got about 1.5 minutes left, and we've been flying, I don't know, like around 40% throttle, so we're taking it pretty easy on the battery. Let's see if I can bring it around and kind of do a speed pass with the 3-cell, a little low altitude. So let's find out. Let's see how I can do here. I don't want to wreck it like I did the other one. So it's still pretty fast on 3-cell, but it's not nearly as aggressive as 4-cell. 4-cell is pretty ridiculous. 3-cell is definitely manageable speed-wise. I'm just really happy with this plane. For the first flight, this thing does awesome. I have learned a lot about building planes over the last couple months, and also having a version very similar to this one, I'm very happy with it. This thing just flies great. See if I can bring it down, get a little closer to us. There's our 8-minute timer. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it in for hopefully a nice soft landing in the brush over here. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I've been building a lot of dollar store foam planes for a while, and these things are a blast. If you guys want to see more, definitely like and subscribe. I definitely like to do some more build videos for you guys. It's definitely kind of hard because we've got a big family and the house is always pretty noisy, but if you guys want some build videos and maybe some instruction on how to build some planes like this, let me know. I'd be happy to do it for you guys.